By clarity. Communicating to the right audience at the right time is absolute must. We'll be talking to different levels of organization, vertically or broadly. If we do not get the clarity in our communication, or if we do not get in a timely way, both are waste. It does not make sense. Now, a leader has to have the ability to see the future. And when there is a crisis, a leader has to step up. They cannot throw somebody under the bus. When the global market risk technology in Bank of America, the trading came down 20 minutes before the market closed, it was an unimaginable situation. I got several levels above me come behind me because it's a reputational damage and multi-million dollars of money is lost. It was a sleepless night, we turned around, but a leader should be able to face that despite of the best planning. Humility is extremely important. We have to be grounded. Titles come, power come, but we cannot use them to bully somebody. But the same power can be used in the power game. No organization or no part of our life is easy. The power game does come. We need to use the power game without compromising our ethics. That is extremely important. Now, we cannot succeed alone. We are a social animal. We need to expand our network. Nobody is going to come and help us if we don't get a benefit in life. We are going to build the bridges across the organization, vendors, suppliers. The art of getting people close to us when they don't get anything tangible in return, we have to find a way for that. Now, another powerful thing which the leader does is no. The art of telling no. We cannot just keep nodding our head for yes when we know that we don't have the capacity to do something or when we are not capable of doing something. We have to tell the word no. As a leader, we have to stand up for that. Now, the word I has to be generously used. I screwed up this. I am the person who is accountable for this mess. I have done mistakes in the project where millions of dollars of project, the timeline got messed up because 3 of my team members, they became pregnant at the same time. And another person, father got into an emergency. So good part of my workforce was not there. I did not foresee this. But the business, it's a capitalistic world. They are not there to listen to this. So I never thought of this situation. So we need to always put ourselves front as leaders when there is a mistake. We cannot throw somebody under the bus. That's not a good quality of a leader. Then learning can come from this great institute. Learning comes from anybody. When you walk into this institute, if you see a person in reception, or if you see a person in the gate, or you have a new intern joining the team, we will learn from everybody. A new person who came out of the college, in the first week when I was having a design session, all my other team members, they know that they have a freedom of expression. Nobody could spot the blind spot. This kid told me that I am wrong, flat out on the face. If I am egoistic and deny the expression, I am the loser, not the kid, and I destroyed the kid's life. Okay. Now, it's an opportunity to fail. We have to fail first. You don't have to be in this RCB situation where they lost a lot of matches and every match they have to get in, right? It's okay to fail. I want to fail first. Every failure is a success. Great scientists, they fail before succeeding. Many of the business leaders, they fail. We have to fail. And we have to embed the failure, error culture in our team. Nobody in my team should be scared of experimenting and making mistakes. But it's not like I found there's a mistake, I keep recurring it. That is stupidity. We cannot be stupid, but we have to take an opportunity to make the mistakes as a learning lesson. Now, for example, in the technology world, we have development platform. It's okay for us to go and experiment a lot of things. We may or may not succeed, but a live application which the customers are using, it is stupid for us to go and tinker around and bring the application down. So having said that, it's a great opportunity for us to learn from failure. Failure is going to be there accompanying us throughout the life. The way we react, the way we change, rectify is what makes us different. If you look at any of these technology companies like Microsoft or Apple, they burn multi-million dollars. They don't get a lot of products with success. Elon Musk, he has failed in a lot of things before Tesla car became a success. So great leaders do that, and we have the same story within our country also. So it is okay to challenge our curiosity, experiment and fail, learn from the mistakes. Okay? We have to have empathy. We cannot be monotonous. My team does not work for light-hearted mind. We work in an aggressive timeline. We are never in this one, relax mode. We are not a BAU, business as usual. It's very demanding. But I have to connect with everybody at a personal level. We are not robots. We are not created to operate like machines. The empathy is a must. My employer has a work-life balance. But they also have certain things. 3 times a week we have to be in office now. That is post-COVID. Before COVID we didn't have that work from home concept. There are situations in my team where they cannot work 3 days a week. As a leader, I have to have the ability and courage to stand up for my team and allow them to work from home for an extended period. But I have the ability, and the leader has to have a skill to know whether somebody is partying, cheating and not working. That comes by trust and experience. So make an empathy. Now, everybody does not expect a fatter bonus or a title keep on changing. That's not the way it is. Recognizing a person or personalizing something is a long way to get that bridge solidified. If one of my team member, she married, I may be sitting in a different part of the world, I just take something from Amazon and send a very small gift. That gesture makes a lot of effort. According to the corporate world, I am entitled to spend certain dollars using a credit card with the corporate entities. In some cases they don't. I've exceeded the limit. It's not that people cannot afford pizza or masala dosa. It's okay for us to make this kind of gestures. So that empathy is extremely important. We have to sincerely show respect and connect. I treat everybody in my team as family. That's when the loyalty comes. This empathy is what will make it very compelling for people not to leave. I make it extremely important for somebody, once they're in, they will not leave me easily. I'll make sure of that. Okay, as I told, I have not worked in a easy to go life. I always like to explore in new areas. As Dr. Prasad told, I swapped the job because I got bored in the job. I could have continued in the same job. If I work in the same technology, if I work in the same kind of domain, I get bored after a few years. So I look for opportunities. I want to take chances. Within my qualification and capacity, I don't go to an area where I'm not competent. And in my team, I expect everybody to have the grit. We do not want to be in a normal situation. I trust most of you know cricket here, right? So India is going and playing in a hostile pitch in Australia or South Africa. Okay, the Indian team, it's a 3-test match. Indian team wins the toss. It's a grassy pitch, hostile bowling. We should win the toss and take the batting, knowing that we lose 7 wickets in the first over. Because you cannot do this in the third match when you are defending to level the series or win the series. When you have an opportunity, prepare. This is called drilling, the exercise. When there is a cyber attack, when there is an unknown, when our application falter, when our business requirements were not known, in a lab application it's extremely difficult for us to fight. But if we prepare ourselves, the grit, personality or grit-friendly culture will come back very handy for us. No matter how many times we do the rehearsal, the real world experience is never going to be the same. So we should not run away from problems. We should stand together, and as a role model, the leaders should be hands-on, tech-savvy, or having the domain knowledge. What I mean by that is, I'm not going to open every line of the code developed by my team, but I have to have the competency and common sense to understand where the problem is, sit with them and solve the problem. The CEO of JP Morgan New Jersey data center shut down. He is very high in hierarchy. He has about 12,000 people reporting to him. Somebody wiped off a file system. He stayed back. He spotted the problem which none of the engineers could spot. Around 4 a.m. he fixed it and went. Nobody would have noticed if he had done or not done is not the story. Jamie Dimon, who is the CEO, would have not noticed or applauded him for this. But this is the kind of grit culture all of you need to pitch in. It's extremely important. Do not run away from issues. Issues are going to come. You have to be the role model. If you people know how to navigate in this Bangalore traffic, you should be able to navigate the real world problems too. We should be generous in rewarding and we should be candid. I'll go back to the story where the training came to a grinding halt. The C-level executives, they came. I was trying to understand the problem. And that time, my manager's manager, they were all there. Then I turned around and I told, with due respect, this is not the place for us to talk, let us go inside the room. So we went inside the room. I told, I know the seriousness of the problem. The reality is we don't know where the problem is. We know the problem, we don't know where the problem is and where the solution is. There's nothing we can do to stop this, but we can do what it takes to revert this back. Come 5 a.m. morning, we'll do what it takes to get the trading applications back, and whatever trading we had lost, because there will be a lot of trade executions which will be held up. We have to go back in time and understand what is the exact dollar value for that. So I left office around 5 in the morning, went to home. The commute was nice, that's the only good thing I had. I came back to office at 7:20. My skip level manager walks in at 7:30. He comes behind me and pats my back. He knew by the time everything was working fine. Did you blink once? It resonates to me even now, that reward. You people have to reward everybody and be genuine. I fight for people's promotion. I fight for people's recognition. I don't have to fight for me, it's my manager's job. And when we reward, we should not steal the thunder from somebody else. I know many people, a lot of people do the hard work. They will be the people who will be the face. They will showcase something which they were neither competent. They have been in this title for some reason. They keep on capitalizing. At some point, it will fall apart. So we have to reward people. We have to fight for the promotion. We have to fight for the justice if somebody was wrongly punished. So rewarding is something we have to always keep doing. And don't worry about the reward and fruit, what you want to be given, what you deserve. It will come. It is written, nobody can steal. We should not fight for our reward. And never compare to anybody else. That will bring a sleeplessness and distress in our life. If I compare my looks, if I compare my language, if I compare my assets, I will never be able to have peace in life. Never compare, enjoy yourself and reward others. Okay, can you go to one more thing? Okay, the last two things are very interrelated. I thought of categorizing these two as separate, but I finally thought this goes together hand in glove. Adopting. The technology is adopting. We have generative AI. We have digital evolution. A lot of things are modernizing. We can even take a tourist tour to the space. If somebody can afford $250,000, Jeff Bezos is ready to give you a seat to go to space. Wonderful to adopt. I want to wind backwards. Adopting is not aimlessly just going forward. We need to restore something, what I call it as a lost glory. What my grandparents had gone through in life, what was the value system they had, what my parents had, and what my generation has, what you people have. Probably you people are 2 generations away from me, they are not the same. I am very sorry to say that things are not going in the right direction. We have messed up as we progress. During my grandmother's era, food was cooked fresh 3 times a day. People had enough sleep. People had excellent quality of life. People were not slaves to the phone or all the gadgets. Everybody was happy. Now, during my parents' day, things have got slightly worse. We got microwave, we got the refrigerator. Now it's a luxury to see somebody eat a fresh meal. This is not the technology advancement or the management leadership we should be going through. We cannot even afford a nice, decent meal. This is where I tie back to the community and the Mother Earth. If we keep consuming this processed food, we destroy the community's health, hospitals will get flooded, the insurance will make money. We don't want to be in that direction. And we disrupt the ecosystem of the planet. This may look very silly, eating a fresh food, but if you look at the connection, if we make a conscious decision that my team and I am going to eat at least 20% of meal as fresh food. I am not going to use plastic. These are the things which may not be directly related to the business or a technology breakthrough, but this is very vital. Or I will go and with my team, I'm going to clean up some community's garbage, or I'm going to plant 100 trees. I'm going to adopt a adult care and serve them. All these things of adopting and giving back to the community should be part of our organization. JP Morgan, just to give a context and going in a little tangent, this is one of the biggest banks in the world. This is evolving extremely well. And we process $10 trillion a day in 125 currencies, 150 countries. Can you imagine the scale of the bank? And this is just a minuscule line of business I'm talking. My chairman and CEO of JP Morgan's, Jamie Dimon, when he goes home, he throws the phone away. He does not connect. So adopting, all our great teachers are there. They are not there here for money alone. They are there to impart knowledge. Students, the greatest gift you can give to your teachers is when you succeed in the right way, when they learn from you directly or indirectly, that is the best gift you can give them. Now coming to the parents, there may be situations our parents may not have the degree title what we have possessed. They may not be having the materialistic asset accumulated like us. But do we even know the toil they have taken in their life? They might have skipped the meal. They have not probably bought a new footwear. They have foregone all the luxuries and desires of their life to make somebody better than them. And I have been seeing in this younger generation, the way they have been adopting, they mock at their parents. They do not have the time to look at the parents. They don't spend time with the parents. The parent needs just the emotional connection from the child, nothing else. They are not looking for the property. They are not looking for any luxury too. I have the gift not being in India. I tried to come to this country a few times just to spend some time with my dad because I didn't realize this when my mother was there. So having said that, you people need to get the glory days back. The biodegradable usage is not something new to India. It was always there during my grandparents' era. We never had plastic. Bring it back again. Then organic farming. This is not a Western culture. This was always in our country. Bring those things back. I am not telling modernization or evolution is bad. I don't expect people to go in bullock cart. It's not practical. We have to go in a better commute because time is essence for us. Now, coming to the artificial intelligence, generative AI, machine learning, we can throw all these things. So what are we looking here? Are we going to have a perfect robot which does not have any emotions, which does not live and breathe, marches to the instruction, it can evolve itself and enjoy. So that means none of the living beings and human beings are existing. I can arrogantly say this is complete BS. I can challenge anybody. Artificial intelligence can never overtake the intelligence of human being. It's impossible. If anybody is telling that, they're just misleading. In late 80s and early 90s, we worked on something known as CASE, computer-aided software engineering. At that time, they were telling the computer will give some instructions, it will generate the program. We don't need human beings to do this. ChatGPT and AI, they are talking the same thing. I'll give an example of the robotics. So there's an arm, and I have to move the arm like this. I'll put the arm in a vessel, whether it's a hot water or a cold water. That's all the expected behavior here. The amount of data, the amount of program what has to be done for this is unimaginable. Now, it can do it perfectly million times. Put the hot water, cold water, and it can do 365 days, 24 hours a day. Human beings, we cannot do that. I cannot train somebody all along, all days of the week, keep doing this. Human beings, we are not meant for that. Now, if I replace the vessel of water and I put a play down, when the arm goes down, it's lost. System froze. There is a movie Fugitive by Harrison Ford that goes back in time 30 plus years. He is a famous intelligent physician. He walks into his home, his beautiful wife is murdered. When he walks in, he sees a prostrate hand. Then the enforcement officers come to arrest him thinking he's the culprit. He has to run away. Now he wants to find out who's the culprit. I'll just pick a story which is relevant to this. He uses the help of a computer programmer. The computer programmer is able to get the data from the computer, collect the data, and present a manageable number of subjects who have the parameters what the doctor was looking. Beyond that, computer or program or the data could not solve. This is when the human intelligence comes. This is where the human can decide, I am narrowing down to 3, 2, 1. This is what the generative data is. Now, when I started my career, the computer department was closed. It was a luxurious AC room. We create all the data entry for manufacturing or hospital, whatever it is. We produce printer-friendly papers, hundreds of them. The client gets the paper. It is not two-way communication. They look at the printout, they see the numbers. That's it. As long as the data entry is accurate, the calculation will be flawless. And without program being calculating 1 plus 1 is 2. If I make 1 plus 1 is 3, then there's a bug in the program. Taking care of those things, it predicts. Now let us fast forward to the digital evolution. I have a PDF document here, I can drag it. I have an Internet of Things, I can get the information. I have big data, I can pull the data from there. I have relational database, I can pull. All these things, the consumer, in his comfort user interface, which is very friendly, he is able to help to pull all this information. Then we can use Elasticsearch, we can use natural language processing, and without hard algorithms which you need a computer programmer or a genius, they will be able to do all the analysis, they will be able to interact and get the information back and forth. This digital evolution is phenomenal. The storage is cheap. We have broken the boundaries of where the data can stay. The data moves with us. The data can traverse any part of the world. The storage is cheap. All these things are wonderful, but there is always a caveat. Despite of our best efforts to encrypt the data in rest and data in transit, we protect the ecosystem. The cyber attack, they far exceed us, they smartly beat us. It's like a thief versus a robber. They always try to outsmart us. Because the information got into the wrong hands, they can destroy. They can impersonate. They'll put some boy next to a girl, they can do that kind of things. They can steal our Aadhaar card ID, they can sell that information. So when you develop the solution as leaders, you have to always look, how do we build a solution for this kind of challenging things? We adapt to the wonders, but we also need to know the risk. We need to know where to draw the line and get these things done. Okay? Now I'll wind back 48 years. My uncle who is in US, he called my grandmother in Bangalore. So 48 years back, getting a landline is a luxury. It's not like a cell phone where everybody from the age of 2 or 3 months is able to get. We have to book a telephone, it takes years to get. All the close relatives are given a special invitation, we are going to have this US conversation. So I see all my relatives who had the privilege to talk, they all line up, they talk. Being a 12-year kid, obviously I have no privilege to talk. The conversation ended. Then I asked my grandmother, did you see Mama? She told no. Did he see you? No. I'm talking about this 48 years back. I am neither Steve Jobs nor Elon Musk. I am neither Ratan Tata or J.D. Tata. But at that time, I was asking, why can't you see? Why can't he see you and you see him? So this has become a reality and taken for granted, right? So now why I'm bringing this story is, you people don't see any monitor here, right? It's all air. How do you like to have a computer monitor which adapts to me? I gesture here, the monitor appears. I keep moving the information. By the way, I'm not stealing this information from Mission Impossible. I got this idea a few years back. And I'll expect one of you from this or collectively from you, you will make this happen in my lifetime, okay? So they get the content. they keep on moving the information, and you see the light is having ambience like this. They decide to go out and continue the journey. The monitor adapts to the light, the ambience gets adjusted. I want to alter the angle or zoom in and zoom out the size of the monitor. All these things I want to do. Is it crazy and stupid? Absolutely not. Meta today has the gadget. Google Glass did try that. But that is an inconvenience, right? I would like to have something like a ring or a wristband. If you wear that, that can emit the monitor, adopt, it gets all the information, and when I move my hands or eyes, it should be able to do all those generative movements. So these are some of the things you can bring it to the positive aspect of the people. For example, if we have patients who cannot talk much, they want to get something in their life, if they have constraints, this kind of technology should be benefiting those people also, not just the business numbers. Okay? Now, we are in a connected world. Gone are those days where I used to sit with my manager, myself, program together. That's a history now. My leadership team shares the same co-location in New Jersey. My team is spread between Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delaware, and Texas. I have not even seen the person in Texas or Hyderabad. Thanks to the technology, virtual reality, Zoom, WhatsApp, all these things are making the communication so easy. Capitalize the communication, okay, and take it to the next level. We should not be obsessed to the technology. We should know when to get off from that. But this adoption is extremely important in our life. In whatever you people do, take this evolution. Keep churning your ideas and get these things done. I was there telling my friends, I do not have my phone sleep with me in the room. It has to sleep away. And when you people see me without phone, this is my behavior when I'm in work, when I'm talking to my friends. My friends can vouch on me, all my classmates. I am not multitasking because I value my friends' time more than this stupid phone. It is not a smartphone. We are smart human beings who have become slaves to the phone. Use the phone to push the notification, not pull the notification. To pull the notification, not push the notification. Definitely, WhatsApp has connected our 40 plus years old of students' relationship today. But that does not mean from a childbirth to funeral, I'm seeing people taking on click, 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 click. They don't want to talk to the human being next to them. I am telling you people, you as leaders, don't make this continue. Or else, people will stop how to talk. People will lose that we could talk and hear. Stop the bleeding. Use it to our advantage. A metal can be used to make a weapon, or it can be used to make a surgical instrument. Okay? Both have appliances, but try to take something, whatever you are doing, for the greater benefit of the planet and the people. You should be able to make sure in all your executive ventures or business dreams, always embed this, adapt. Now, I have failed in my generation. It's a shame to hear women empowerment, diversity, ethnicity, reservation. What a shame we are in. I have failed in this. I am not able to succeed. At least in my lifetime, you young brides with curious mind, erase this. What a shame it is that we discriminate people on gender, looks, all those things. Employers spend a lot of money just to correct this. Why do we need this? We should not choose person based on their personality or ethnicity or religion or looks or gender. You people as leaders get that adoption where we are not going to discriminate anything based on certain things. Okay? Now connectivity, Mother Earth, we cannot change the behavior. When there is a flooding in Taiwan, your precious new phone will not come on time. Or a corporate Xerox machine will not be delivered in time because it has a ripple effect. When there is a terrorist attack in some part of the world, I can guarantee we are not isolated. This is a well-connected ecosystem. We can fly together to any parts of the world much faster than the past, but at the same time, we have other issues also. We have a beautiful connection where we can connect to people without the hard boundaries and all, but at the same time, as leaders, you should take advantage of what is good for us and avoid what is not good for us. So this adoption and connection is extremely important. Okay, so we will move on to the next one. Now, I am not here on a spiritual journey. It's not about spiritual thing, and it's very difficult for me just to hold for 1 minute and start. I admire a lot of people. We have heroes in life, and I have carefully chosen a few heroes in the interest of time. And can you people guess who is this? Okay, thank you so much. Everybody knows from a management school, he was the first one who had the unified vision of Bharata, India. He was the one who had coined it. If you want to know the power struggle or the power game of politics which comes in the organization behavior, read the chapters from him. He is the master. Carve out that.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Sure. Now, he is the father of Indian Navy. He was short like me, not bulk, not strong at all. He took on the mighty Aurangzeb. With less power, with his extreme smartness, he conquered the triad. If all the South Indians today here, we should thank him. If Chhatrapati Shivaji was not there, we would have faced the same problem which peoples north of Karnataka and Andhra have suffered. There is a reason why North Indians and South Indians have different levels of patriotism. They went through that invasion, we did not. And if you look at his background, he lost his dad at a very young age. His mother was the educator who didn't have a college degree. She groomed him. So the bravery, the courage to fight any crisis in business, please take the chapter from him. Only handful. How many people know Einstein? More than Vishwesharya? You people should really know. When the Western world, when Saram Vishwesharya passed away, they told, can you give his brain? It's hard to imagine if a human being can have this kind of a brilliance. A brilliant engineer. His contribution to India, I don't want to waste the time, you people should go and see. When he was made this one, he was given a state position, Diwan.
Diwan.
He called all his family and friends and told, you people should promise me that you're not going to come and ask anything from me, only under the circumstances I want to take this.
Yes.
Banking, lot of other things he created, not only. He told Jawaharlal Nehru, industrialize or perish. I would rate him much bigger than any other scientist we know from the Western world. This no-brainer, I think, right? Yeah, only a couple of people. I know he's not as young as you people. Yeah. Why did I pick him and not Dhoni or Kohli, whatever, or Sachin Tendulkar? So in '83, before that we were beaten to death. We going to World Cup was a joke. Krishnamacharya, Gavaskar and all, they had made a booking to go to America. By the way, they were not getting paid like this IPL by any stretch of imagination. They were paid bare bones. So they had time to go to US on vacation. They happened to pass through UK and they expected in the earliest opportunity they kicked out. Here's a guy who didn't speak proper English. He was telling that we want to win the cup. So, allow me, I'm speaking Hindi. Shripa to have pagal hai, hamara kaptan. The role model, leading by example. They won against West Indies the first match in the opener, they bet them. In the last match, when we had a minuscule 183. The 175 which we can never witness today, that match when 19 for 5 something happened, his confidence, his role model, his vision is something we can take to the management lesson. Anybody can guess this red person? Okay, no? Okay, thank you. At least one person knows it. JRD, Tata Motors, TCS, Air India, not the today's Air India, the way Air India wants to go back. And many more. Indian Institute of Science, along with Mysore Maharaj, he donated that entire land. If Sudha Murthy is giving lot of donation, She was walking down, resigning, and this great J.R.D. Tata was walking down. Sudhamarti had written a letter, postcard telling that why an engineer cannot work in Tata. This reached him and he told, we are making a mistake not taking a qualified woman in the factory. And she got engaged to Narayanmurthy. He saw, I heard that you are resigning the job. And in that small stale discussion, please give back to the community. That struck her. Okay? Of course, everybody can know. What a great visionary. He started connecting with young kids. He came to America like Shah Rukh Khan once. He was no more the president. He came in a normal citizen, this thing. American security pulled him. They grilled him. He never ever mentioned that I was the president of the country. I was the great ISRO. ISRO today is challenging NASA. Fraction of the money what NASA spends, Israel has been spending and reached the area of the moon which nobody could have done it, right? It was our great Abdul Kalam. He changed the trajectory and the direction of ISRO in not confining. That's what humility to the greatest extent. So these are some of the things we can take. I would request all of you to go to the Google and explore all these personalities. I am only except few of us. I will be shocked if somebody can recognize who is this. Huh? Thank you so much. I am so proud. In entire Asia, where was electric street light first? In which part of the world? Entire Bangalore. Thank you. Women education. He thought of this in his time, educating the women. Not us.
1905.
Art, science, industry, various industries, Mysore lamps, steel, or government soap factory, name and all. He pledged his entire wealth for the greater good of the community and the country. Definitely, this is the kind of leadership we want in all of you. I am not depending on the people who are in Vidhan Sabha or Parliament or White House. You people can make it happen. Okay, this, I don't hear. Okay, why did I choose it here, in this management school? Okay, yeah, she was brave, no doubt about it. What was her background? She was a wife of a soldier, in the ranking very low, no formal education. The husband comes to have meal, and she goes to get water. Okay, she sees this Chitradurga fort is like a fort now, where Hyderabad is not able to penetrate. Obviously, we had traitors from this side of the fence. They found there's a kindi hole. They started storming in. Then she sees these people. They keep coming in. Homemaker, no weapon usage, no management degree. She goes to tell her husband he is enjoying his meal. On the spot, she makes an executive decision. I have to protect my country. And she does not have an army, she does not have any AK-47 or some other things. She takes that tool which is used to cook or pound the grains, just 3 to 4 feet. That is a weapon. The agility in which she thought how to do things, she comes and she kills all the enemies. When then her husband comes, then take care of everything, we lose her. This is the patriotism, leadership quality. It's not only the corporate title or it's not education. This is something you need to get, all of you. Okay? The next two ideals whom I asked there is nothing to do with the religion, but I'm still bringing it because there's a management aspect for this. Anybody can guess? No. He is the philosopher and he has written 33 verses. If we go and read that and correlate to now philosophical spin, the management spin, we will know a lot about this. I'm not going to tell those 33 verses, but he has taught and educated how as a management leaders you can learn a lot. So one person will be trying to perfect the grammar. This great guru is just in 30s he says, at the time of that you are doing the wrong thing. You cannot do wrong things at the wrong time. Your decision should be perfect at the right time. That is the lesson you have to take. Okay? Okay, I am using Krishna as the greatest management teacher, not as God. If anybody tells there's a better teacher than Krishna, I will be shocked. He was born in a prison, separated from parents on the day when no formal education. All along what he has done, he has only acquired bad name throughout. And he is cursed by Gandhari after Pandavas won. But throughout his journey, the way he navigates the problem, not through miracles, the way he solves the problem without any compromising on ethics, it's something unimaginable. When we are completely lost, we don't know what to do, we are clueless, just go and read his teachings, that will recharge us. I'm not spinning this from a spiritual perspective. Okay? Now,
Let's see how it goes. Timing.
Dr. Prasad already talked about me, so I'm not going to go back on that. He did it more beautifully and more generous than the way I deserve. I want to tell one thing. There are very few times people will be in the right time at the right spot. We did not have that privilege. People who come after you don't have this privilege. This is the best defining moment for you people. You have been given the infrastructure, the knowledge, everything on your platter. There is no other country in this face of earth which is like India. This is the only country, America, Japan, Germany, Switzerland, you name any country, Arab. Nobody has the youngest, curious, intelligent brain like you people. Everywhere either we are aging or we are clueless of what we are underpopulation. China has struggled with less population. This is the only country which has this intelligent, curious brain. Nobody has. India is the only country which has never conquered somebody. We never play games. We don't make somebody fight against somebody and we get the benefit. This is an opportunity. You should make India the superpower, not one of the superpower. Christopher Columbus did not come to America. He came to search India. India had 30% GDP of the entire world. Our educational system was far advanced. And we were forefront in everything. We did not give zero. We gave a 0 digit, we gave a lot more. So, it's in your hand to capitalize the situation. Learn good teachers, make the best of the situation. Don't get distracted with bad things in life. Now, if you look at the Instagram, Facebook, or WhatsApp, whatever it is, right? It's very easy for us to get sucked into this political war. Why do we need to contribute to that span and create a bigger mess out of the situation? Why don't we get the best out of you and do the things which is rightful for everybody, right? Now, Ratan Tata was called by Prince Charles many years back to award him. That's an elaborate arrangement. When Ratan Tata was supposed to go, his secretary went, the day he was supposed to go, he had messaged or given a missed call to the secretary, I can't come. Then secretary, the highness is there. Ratan Tata told, one of my 2 dogs, he had 2 dogs, one dog was not well. He told, right now my priority in life is, I have to be with my dog in the hospital and that reward does not make any difference for me in life. This is what makes Ratan Tata what Ratan Tata is. When J.R.D. Tata, it is not easy to fill the shoes of J.R.D. Tata. When Ratan Tata came, he broke the comfort zone of Tata. Many people called him crazy. But he evolves beautifully, he adapted extremely well. That is how you need to adopt, all of you. Okay? It is okay to change the trajectory, but it should be done the way the people have done in success. If you look at Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani, you people know how it is, how one sibling fared over the others. But to fill the shoes of Dhirubhai Ambani, it was not a trivial thing. So take the aspirations, whatever you people learn here, make the best of the situation. I don't think anybody has this advantage. India is a colorful country. She is a country with so much heritage and color. No other country in this world has this. If you people are able to communicate and nurture around in this, you can show this anywhere in the world. Especially for some of us who has been out of this country and who has gone out of the country and come back, I can tell what was there 30 years back and today is not same. If I tell I'm an Indian origin, people will not laugh at me. Oh, you are from the country where the action is happening. Jamie Dimon came here. He's one of the smartest in Wall Street executive. He told, this is the future. I am going to invest in JP Morgan here. I wish this leadership is there in my country. That's what he commented. I'm not telling everything looks rosy. That's where you leaders are paid or the group to solve the problem. Okay? So with this, I would wish God bless all of you people with the finest. And before the question answer opens up, I am proudly saying Bharat Mata ki Jai, Jai Hind. And if there's time, we can take some questions.
Sure. Students, if there are any questions, now's the time to ask. Anybody wants to ask a question? I'll pass the mic around. Anybody?
It's lunch hour.
Sure. Pass the mic around.
First of all, thank you so much for your valuable speech. I just want to know that as we are all first of all, you told that as a leader you should be move forward and come forward. So I just want to know that as we will be leading one team in near future, when we will be joining in the job. So when you are doing a team, like you are leading a team and you are doing a project, but you are getting one teammate to whom you are not satisfied. Sometimes it happens. So can you please share any experience or guidelines so that how can we handle that kind of situation and make the project successful?
Okay, it's a very good question. When I was in Bank of America, I inherited a mess and team. There were some people who were not good. We have to make tough choices. It's not my grandfather's charity where I can get things ignored. So having said that, I have to make tough decisions to give up people. The most important characteristics to hire a person is not the qualification experience. We have to be able to assess the character of the person or the personality. The first attempt is, if you already made the mistake or if you are inheriting a person whom you cannot change the fact, make a connection depending on the time and hierarchy. If the person directly reports to you, it's easier. If the person is a skip level, you are not directly managing. Get the person without the manager between you and the other person. Have a direct call and try to understand what is causing the problem. Is the problem due to the technical incompetency, they have a personal problem, or something is not good for them? Maybe their colleagues are not good, or maybe they are not competent in something. We have to sincerely attempt to see where the gaps are. We have to give them a time to see if they can recover from that. If they cannot recover in a reasonable time, we have to regretfully let go them. The one policy I have is in the performance review, I never give a wrong, not a wrong story, I never give a bad remark to somebody because I have no right to destroy somebody's life. I have removed people. It's the truth. I also got fired in jobs a few times. When I remove people, I do not want to destroy their career. Maybe they are good somewhere else. They are not the right fit for me. So I make this a pleasant experience to me. We have to move on. We don't have a choice. Attitude, character, does it fit? Is there a possibility to groom them? If we can't, we have to thank them and move forward.
Okay.
Thank you all. Namaste.